Wait, I didn't even hear what you said. I heard what you said, but that scale is fucking me up, man. Bro, he got a scale over here that says scale, and it's 2 points on it, and it's a line. And then on one side it says Italian, the other side it says pervert. That shit fucking took me out.
Oh, bro, that's the... Hey, bro, don't blame me, bro. I'm Italian. It's all right. Don't blame me because I'm Italian.
It's cool. I'm Italian.
That's hilarious.
Bro,
Oh, shit.
What's that last one?
Alyssa wrote the bottom three. Players' butts in football pants, and then I don't know what the other two are below that. But yeah, we got a whole grab bag of shit up there. But yeah, no, there was I can't even take credit for that. It was the dudes, the MMA dudes, the other night. They came in. They were talking about how a few of them saw like a comedian like a few weeks ago. Oh,
yeah.
Thank you. This dude like Tim Dillon or whatever. And he was doing this joke about like how we all need to find ourselves on the scale of Italian to pervert and come to terms with where we fit ourselves, where we fit on that scale.
I like that a lot, man. I like that one a lot. That took me back.
I was dying laughing. I went to erase everything else that was on the board. I left that. I was like, damn, no, that's kind of funny. Yeah, that cracked me up.
Oh man.
All right, well, we might as well start, right?
Fuck it, we in the motherfucking studio.
Yo, Gordon, you're muted.
You big time muted, bro.
Oh, you muted.
Oh, snap. I'm only here talking to myself this whole time. Oh, okay.
Hey.
All right, let's get it then.
Welcome in, Gordon. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the trenches. We are here. It's been a while. It's been a while, boys. It's been a while, but we're back.
It's been a while.
It's been a
long time, but we're back. We're here. Gordon,
I know you missed us because we missed you.
We did.
Missed you.
Speaking of long journeys, Gordon, as you can see, his remote right now. It's because he's up in New York pursuing bigger, better things in the Big Apple, making big moves.
Big Apple.
You know, pursuing that
Big.
career.
We've been big, man. We've been big.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But look, we got a lot to talk about. It's been a few weeks. Obviously, we're probably going to talk a lot of football because I think just naturally, that's what's going on right now. Before we get into football, at least the actual games that were played, the actual teams, two quick things, right? First off, RIP prayers, man, to Kevin Faulk's family, Patriots Hall of Famer, and just absolute New England Patriots legend. He's currently an assistant coach down at LSU, working with the Tigers. And apparently his 19-year-old daughter passed away. I believe she was also working at LSU. She was a student also working with the team as an assistant. So they worked together, it seemed like, on a daily basis. Cause of death not released, but regardless, prayers out to the family and wishing them the best. Kevin Faulk was an amazing Patriot. Really sucks. Honestly, it really sucks to remind you that they're just people like everybody else, man. Because you know what? That dude like worked his balls off his whole life to put him and his family in like a good position to have a good life, and then like something tragic like that happens and just puts everything into perspective.
That's always tough. I mean, Kevin Faulk was, I would never say the most astounding player in Patriots history, but he worked hard and he earned his position and what he did in the day in and day out. Yeah. Look what he was in college. I mean, come on now. And then he's working with his daughter. I mean, you said your daughter was working for the staff, right? Or she was going to...
Yeah, I think she was like... Either way. It was both. It was both. Yeah.
100%. So you can just tell the grit and the hard work and the things that family has kind of done and what he's kind of do to instill that to his kids. And, to kind of have this kind of tragedy, it's unfortunate and it's sad. And, all of us, really give our hearts out to, him and his family. And, hopefully, things get a little bit easier going forward.
Most definitely. It's never easy losing a child, especially one that had full of life ahead of them.
For sure.
Full life ahead of them.
Exactly.
But
hey, man, prayers, thoughts and prayers to his family from the Hedge Better and Trench's family to theirs. Wishing you guys the best. Moving on a little bit with football. I know, this is a couple days old, but obviously it's new for us. And I'm curious. So, did you guys watch Cam Newton's Funky Friday that he did after the Patriots released him?
I did not watch it just because I knew it was going to be something sad and, Not even like sad, like I'm sad he's gone, but it was gonna be like I'm reaching, I'm grasping for anything. You know, they didn't want me here because of X, Y, Z. That's why I didn't watch it. So please fill me in.
So
please fill me in.
Did you watch it, Gordon? What?
I didn't watch too much of it. I just saw some of the ramifications, the after effects, and I'm just kind of like, didn't really expect this out of, Cam. Whoa, Cam. But I mean, I don't know the full stories. Justin, let us know.
All right, so I sat down today while I was working on some stuff on the laptop, and I threw it up, and I listened to the whole, and actually it was distracting me from my work because it was very good. I watched the whole 45-minute interview, and I gotta say, man, I really like Cam Newton. I really like him, and the interview was him, and he always has a guest apparently on Funky Friday. This time his guest was his dad, right? So,
okay.
And I mean, I didn't really know the backstory of like him and his dad, but him and his dad are very close, right? Like best friends. Like he's like, Cam's dad kind of like helped guided him all throughout like his athletic career, growing up and all that stuff. So like they're like, they're two peas in a pod. And honestly, when you listen to like Cam's dad like talk and like kind of just like his mannerisms and everything, like he's basically just older Cam Newton. You know what I mean? Like you get like where Cam, they're just very honest, man. They were very honest, and like they actually did a great job of like telling their side of the story, but being super real, like objective about what's going on with like the Patriots, what's going on with Mac Jones, Belichick. Like they were super real about everything. Like, and Cam basically said like straight up, he's like, I got a lot of football left in me. This isn't my retirement party. And his words were, look, and this is this comment. It might be one of the reasons why people like sometimes like they give Cam crap, but like it's 100% true. He said straight up, he was like, I would have been okay with being the backup to Mac Jones, but the problem is I'm Cam Newton and I'm a distraction when I'm in the locker room, the media, everything. And the Patriots knew that, and he said it was coming regardless. He was like, I had no problem being a backup. I was the ultimate professional. I wouldn't have done anything as a backup detrimental to the team, but I don't think Mac would have been comfortable, and I think the Patriots didn't want the media distraction.
That's exactly what we were talking about at the beginning of the trenches. Remember we were saying, like, we don't know if there could be two alphas on the squad, especially at the quarterback position.
Right.
And that's a problem that every single team wants to have.
Right.
But it comes with different ramifications because it's Cam Newton, because what he does on and off the field. You know what I'm saying? So It's like, yes, he's saying that, but in reality, how it was really going to work, there was no way in hell that was going to work, especially here in New England. Because before the coaching staff could kick him out, the fans would have found a way to get them out of here. You know what I'm saying? And that's across the board on any Boston sport. They find a player they don't like or just have no reason to use anymore, they're going to find a way to ship him up out of here.
No,
but he's
sure.
He's absolutely right. He has a lot of football left in him. Do I think there's 32 other guys that are better than him right now? Not necessarily.
No, and that's what he said too.
And, not necessarily. But that also segues me into my next point. The Washington football team needs help. Why not go out and sign Cam Newton right now?
Perfect spot.
Because Stephen A. Smith was speaking on some real stuff earlier. I don't know if any of you guys saw the interview, but he was just saying like how he could be a distraction. But at the same time, Washington team is hurt right now. Fitz is banged up.
Yep.
Hinkie, I don't even know if I'm saying his name.
Taylor Heineke. I don't even know.
Heineken 00.
You know what I'm saying? Like not even
Yeah.
close to a household name, but
Right.
he could go down to Washington and revamp his career if that's what he's looking for. Because he has a stout D on the other side.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? He has weapons at receiver.
Yeah.
He has an okay offensive line. So it's not too far-fetched, but I'm just sad to see that he put out that interview, even though I didn't watch the whole thing fully. You know what I'm saying? I just pieced it together what I thought it was going to be, and it's exactly what you said. You know what I mean?
But the thing though,
Dude, I heard, I don't know if you guys saw this. This is kind of like diverging a little bit, but do you see about RG3? He apparently, I think he posted something on Instagram is like saying like my time has come or like I'm still here or something like that with his jersey on there, with a Washington jersey on, because I know Washington's needing a quarterback. And I think RG3 is trying to make a comeback. And you can see the comments. And they're like, oh, hell no. We ain't doing that.
Abusing this man.
Like, we ain't going back.
They abusing that man.
Oh, man. He was made of glass, bro. He legit could not.
That was the real Mr. Glass. And y'all saw Unbreakable and all that shit. That was the real Mr. Glass.
He was fragile.
Fragile.
So fragile.
Yeah.
But, I mean, look, I think when it comes to Cam, like, not to beat the Cam Newton thing, with the to death, but basically, I thought what he said made a lot of sense. And he said that, I came in on short notice last year, and I had it was like a few weeks to prepare as opposed to 5 months like Mac Jones has had. And he goes, last year, if you look at the rosters, he was like, if you look at the roster, his dad's words were, you got the keys to a beat-up Honda Civic with the door hanging off, and I wanted to see you this year with the keys to the Porsche, because that's what you guys got this year. And that's what Cam wanted to see, too. And Cam, the other thing, too, is that one of the things Cam said that happened behind the scenes that the Patriots did a good job of transitioning was, like, they were giving Cam the first-team reps. So basically be like, Cam's the starter. But Mac Jones was like taking more reps, like he was saying, like the way the practice was structured. It was be like, so the media would be there, and the media would watch like first team take reps and go down, second team take reps and go down. But then after the media leaves, they don't see that. Okay, they're doing that again, and now after the first team goes down, Mac and the second team are taking like all these reps, and then Mac stepping in and playing some with the team as well, and it's like
trying to sprinkle them in there.
Right, exactly. And it's like that's the stuff that's like on paper it says I'm the starter, but he was like, I could tell I was kind of being phased out.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yo, you can totally see it. I mean, whether it's more reps, less reps, energy, no energy.
Oh, he is frozen.
Oh, he's frozen. Talk about no energy.
But yeah, I mean,
frozen.
Big time no energy.
Yeah. You hate to see it.
Damn. But
you hate to see it.
At the same time, the show must go on.
The show must go on. We'll get you back in here. I'm sure the people will love seeing your face
up close and personal
behind us. But all right, look, if we're gonna talk about Cam Newton, we got All right, here let's pause it real quick because it looked like the internet just cut out. Yeah,
I'm trying to think of specific.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Yeah. All right. So basically, I was saying it's like, no matter how much of an asset Cam would have been being kept on the team, how much energy he puts in day out, like he said, his personality is going to be a distraction because he's going to try to bring a different type of energy. He's going to try to bring something. But as you could tell by that preseason game when Cam Newton was literally running up the sideline to dap him up, that whole situation, it was just not his swag. You know what I'm saying?
That part.
You know what I'm saying? It's not his swag. And some people, right, they need that hoopball energy. But, like, some people aren't just like that. Like, I've had teammates who are quiet guys who sit in the corner, do their business, come out, ball it. And some people like me who is trying to jump around, get crazy like a dog, and then come out.
Sure.
But they are just two different people. And freaking Cam Newton coming to bring his energy and Mac Jones doing his thing, that doesn't match, bro. And you can definitely see that on the field. So, it's definitely great to have him there. He'd definitely be a good leader, being a backup. But like he said, he will be a distraction at the end of the day.
Big time distraction.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess I would rather have the media distraction and keep a good backup on my roster because I don't think we have a good backup right now. But I don't know. Honestly, I actually really like Cam Newton. I've been a fan of him for a while, even before he became a Patriot. So you know what? If this isn't going to be the place for him, he's still 32 years old. I'd like to see him go somewhere else and get another chance, whether that's Washington or wherever it is. Like, honestly, he sounded like he had a lot of football left to play, and like I said, he seemed very grateful for all his opportunities. Like him and his dad, like they thanked Bill, they thanked Robert Kraft, they thanked everybody who's like had his a part in his NFL career. But like, I think he wants to move on. He wants his shot.
Yeah, he handled it like a professional.
They better thank him. No one else was giving him phone calls.
Yeah. No, exactly. But like me and Steve was saying before, before the little technical difficulty, Mac Jones was looking good. Patriots week 1, I mean, I can't really complain as a team. Obviously, those 2 fumbles are costly, but that's a tough divisional game. You held the opponent to 17 points. Your rookie quarterback looked good. Your tight ends look good and healthy. I mean, again, you don't fumble that ball. Either one of those times, you probably win that game.
And that would have brought so much more momentum. I
So
just
much-
think
so much
more momentum to Mac Jones in this case and to start off his career. Nothing to discourage him, bro. He threw the touchdown. You know what I'm saying? He showed class, showed he even won it. Like, this is business as usual.
Yeah.
Love to see that. You know, you never want to talk about moral victories in a loss. But for a new guy, I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of great things, especially out of our defense. Them boys were flying. We just got to clean up a few, little things, and we're going to be a scary motherfucking group. We're going to be a scary motherfucking group because now our conference is definitely beefed up all around. From the Jets, the Dolphins, obviously, they have weapons all across the field. They even use Mike Gesicki. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, I'm very proud of the D in that aspect for only 17 points. But
100%.
I had a team that was making me scratch my fucking head all day Sunday. Where the fuck were the Green Bay Packers at? Where were they at?
I mean, look, can I be honest?
This is what we do.
I think
it's a trust circle here. We're all about
What we do.
look.
all right. That's what we about.
Why, for some reason, right? Well, because it's Aaron Rodgers, and I get how good he is, but for some reason we're like, we got the answer right in front of us, and we're like looking under the cushions trying to find it. It's like, bro, he didn't show, he had no part of the offseason. He was out in Hawaii drinking, doing whatever he was doing, taking all that time off. He did not play with this team. He did not play like, he showed up late, like, to camp. Like, him and his team, like, have had limited exposure. There's been all sorts of problems with ownership, not only with him, with guys like Devontae Adams.
Trying to restructure the contracts just to fucking help this guy out, and then he does that performance.
Yeah, like that whole organization, the whole organization is in turmoil. People have been questioning the coach since day one, and now Aaron Rodgers treated the offseason like a giant vacation. No wonder why they. Oh, and here's another thing too. A stat I heard today: the Green Bay Packers had 8 padded practices in the whole offseason.
Yeah, they weren't ready for any action.
8 padded practices.
They weren't ready for any action.
No.
Because, yes, we are in the NFL, but you got to fucking thump eventually. Yeah, we have those other, joint practices, joint scrimmages. At some point, though, you're going to have to bow your fucking neck. Yeah, you're getting paid millions, but goddamn, it's still football.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day.
100%.
I just didn't understand what the hell was going on. What you got to say about it, G?
I mean, I think it's kind of crazy. So, like, one about the padded practices. Do you know how many? Don't they only have, like, during the regular season, only have like 1 padded practice a week at this point because of the players' unions?
Makes sense during the season. Yeah,
during the season. So having a couple more during preseason to kind of get ready to go for the season, so you guys can kind of plateau and go from there. I'm not sure why it was so slow. They probably should have got more in there. But I mean, as the great Marshawn Lynch once said, "I'm here so I don't get fined." But money. He wants to get his playing in. He wants to keep his body warm. I'm not gonna lie. I would not be surprised if he's not trying to be the greatest right now. He's just trying to do what he's gotta do so he doesn't, get his money taken away. He keeps his in a row. Another great Marshawn Lynch verbiage, but you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things.
I'm trying to think, but he's out here moving like he has 7 rings. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He's really out here moving. Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about that. He's really out here moving like he has 7 rings. You know what I'm saying?
You don't.
Bro's even acting and looking like he's old. Mind you, obviously, I'm going to talk about Tom Brady because that's the guy. Brady's 7 years older than fucking this dude, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's 7 years older.
Is it 7 years?
He's straight up 7 years.
Wow.
7 years older. I just want to reiterate that so everybody can hear it. 7 years older, but he looks like he's 25 right now, having fun and acting like he's 25 right now. Yeah, he just got the ring. But still, it's just that people around him. It's the youth around him. It's the coaching around him. They actually want him there. They want him to be there. They want to be a part of this greatness. You know what I'm saying? Now, is this time what you just said? You treat the whole offseason like it was a big vacation.
Yeah.
And look at the results. They put up 3 points.
100%.
3 points.
And that's a Saints team. That's like you didn't open up the season against like the Buccaneers, bro. You opened up the season against a Saints team with a new quarterback, like trying to find an identity. They're injured all up and down the board.
Right.
I mean, come on.
They don't have their best receiver.
No.
One of the best receivers in the game.
Literally.
And they still
Michael
fucking
Thomas,
38 on them. Come on, that's
3 points out of the Packers.
But
man.
hey, we gonna catch someone who was on fire though. The Kansas City fucking Chiefs.
Oh.
Down by I think like 21, 22, something
Yo,
crazy like that.
when I peeked, it was 20 to something. I forget what it was.
Yeah.
If I'm looking at this and I'm like, yo, these Browns are ready for action. They don't need no down. They're about that smoke. Chubb running around left and right. Jarvis Landry looking like a leader. They're doing their thing. Turn off the game for like a few minutes. Next thing you know, they're winning by like 2 points. And next thing you know, they're losing by 2 points. And I'm like, what in the hell is going on? Did the Chiefs just start to play? Or did Baker have a meltdown and they just started losing it? What the hell happened? Steve, you got some clarification on what the hell happened in that game?
From what I saw, it looks like the Chiefs just realized that they were the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? They just like, fuck, like, what are we doing? We're chilling. Yes, that's a good D-line that they have. That's a outstanding D-line that they have. 2 first-rounders on both sides. But still, I digress. The same time, them boys were down 20 points. You have a few of those flashes from a superstar like Patrick and then going off to Tyreek too. That just ignited the whole thing. And everybody's like, yeah, we could do this. We believe in ourselves. And that shit showed.
It almost reminds me of like what the Patriots were for the last 2 decades, where like they would come out and you knew every team was giving them their best punch. They got a target on their back.
Yeah.
And how many times did we see the Patriots come out to a slow start, have teams go up on them, even multiple scores? But as Patriots fans, we always just stayed calm as shit because we just knew they were the Patriots. And Tom Brady and Bill were going to go into the second half and make adjustments.
Right.
And they were going to come out and they were going to win the game, right? Because they were just a better team. And now that's what the Chiefs are. The Chiefs have taken over that rank from us as like the elite of the NFL. They are the litmus test, I think, as Tony Romo, who I think it was him, some that said that. But that's what it is right now. Is the Chiefs are the team that like they're gonna find a way to beat you. The game is literally not over until it's over with them. And they are just always, you can underestimate them, but they are always gonna come out and just find a way to get you eventually. Like they just have so many ways they can beat you down. I don't know.
I do think the Chiefs really won that game.
They did.
And I don't know. It sucks because the Browns. When the Browns are hot, they're hot, and I love to see them. I want the Browns to kind of figure it out one of these seasons and kind of win one. But the Chiefs, like Steve was saying, the season just started and they're trying to ball out. But the Chiefs, it took them a little bit longer than they should have, but they remembered who they were. Saying we lost last year, right? We lost to the Bucs. We did, but now we're back.
For real.
That's how it should be. But I mean, look, here's the big thing too that and it just goes to show you. I mean, we all know from around here how important a quarterback is, but like, look at what Baker Mayfield did at the end of that game. Ultimately, right when the Browns had a chance, to win it.
Them about that, yeah.
But like,
talk to them about that part.
Here's the thing, and this is what when it initially happened, I saw it and I said, Baker, what the hell are you doing? Why did you try to throw that? Get rid of the damn ball. Like, why are you making such a silly, stupid mistake with the game on the line? And then one of my buddies said, oh, no, he got hit, like, as he was throwing, blah, blah, blah. And the bottom line is, no matter how you want to digest that play, let me ask you both this. With the game on the line, is Patrick Mahomes going to do that? Is Patrick Mahomes going to panic and get hit from behind as he's throwing and throw the ball right into the defender's hand? He's not. And he's not because he's always cool, calm, and collected.
Always.
And he makes the right decisions, right? And that's the difference between, honestly, like between a team like the Chiefs and the Browns. On paper, the Browns are probably a better team.
For sure.
The Browns are probably a better team top to bottom than the Chiefs. But when you have a quarterback that when the game's on the line, like we always have with Brady, who could literally stare pressure in the eyes and just not blink, you don't make mistakes like that. And other teams do, and that's the difference. Honestly.
Big time. You hit the nail right in the coffin, bro. You hit it right in the
Dude, big time. And you definitely saw Brady do that on Thursday. A minute and 43 seconds left in the game. And, he did his business, he took care of his business and got it done.
For sure.
But at the same time, what was actually scary is Dak Prescott and them boys looked good.
They did look good, huh?
Yeah, I got to give Dallas some props.
I gave Dallas
some props,
I hope it wasn't just like the opening night jitters, like playing against Tom Brady and the defending Super Bowl champs. I hope they can bring that heat all year.
They should.
You know?
You know what I'm saying? They should. They definitely have the roster for it.
I hope so.
But then again, it's just a coaching staff. That shit is so up and down. And then, when Jerry Jones gets involved, all hell's going to break loose. But I hope whatever they did for this first game is going to be true to who they're going to be for the rest of the season, because it'll be a nice shakeup and it'll be a nice break from me ridiculing people who are Dallas Cowboys
Seriously.
fans, But, hey, I wanted to ask you something. Y'all peep that CGI Panther? What y'all
Yeah, that was sick.
I saw that. That was crazy.
I thought that was fire. I ain't going to lie, because I remember when the Ravens did theirs, I was like, all right, cool, it's a bird. When I saw the Panther one, I was like, this is legit.
Yeah, that thing was
for Steve, for the people that don't know what happened, explain what they were doing. I think it was augmented reality they were working with.
Yeah, it's augmented reality. So like they're projecting like all these visuals on the field, but obviously it's just gonna go to the TV, and it looks like the Panther is like on the field. Then he's jumping up into the stands. Then they have like a little even fake CGI banner of the Jets up there. This dude jumps up there, rips it down, jumps down to the field, roaring, growling, looking around, tears up the Jets flag, and just looking around, and then just jumps right back into the screen. It was a really dope.
It was sick. It was absolutely sick.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. So I'm gonna give the Panthers, check plus for that one.
100%. Honestly, no, that was cool. I like the Panthers in general this year. I really do. I like everything about them. Honestly.
Hey man, honestly, at the end of the day, anybody that beats a New York team, especially the Jets,
good with me.
I'm completely locked in.
Always good.
I don't care. I know Steve McDonald's is like, bro, I'm out there in New York. You're all trash. Jets, you're trash. Anybody from Long Island
bro, he's trying to get all trash. The girls to fight him.
This is getting personal now.
I'm not personally coming.
God damn.
This is not a personal attack at all. It's fine.
This one way beyond the podcast. That was meant for specific people to hear that.
He was waiting for someone to bring up a New York team. Just I want to look you dead in the souls of your eyes and tell you how I really feel about you, bro.
Hey man, you don't really know. You don't want to know what I really feel about the Jets, man. But when you saw that augmented reality, you can see. I'm really excited to see that the teams are going to do that. Kind of moving forward, and like maybe they do like team versus teams going after each other with the visual.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Yeah, that's exactly.
Kids would love that.
Yeah, that was fire.
I thought, that was dope as shit. Honestly,
you know what I'm saying.
I like that.
But I mean, we all watched the games this weekend. A lot of things were going down. There were a lot of good games, but dude, what a heartbreaker for a Monday night game. Oh, man. Freaking Lamar, they took it ahead. It was 14-0, and it was 14-7. I'm thinking like, dude, Lamar's going to win this 28-14, 28-17.
Yeah.
They owe me money, bro.
Huh?
Lamar owes me money. Mark Andrews owes me money. Tucker and that fucking defense owes me bread, bro. I bet the house on them. I said,
go and collect, bro.
Collect
Let it
what?
ride.
Hell no.
Go and collect, bro.
Send them all a Venmo request. Just honestly, bro, just,
Decline. Fuck, man. But no, that game, like, to be real, that has to be the game of the year so far.
Oh, I mean, a great game.
It has to be the game of the year so far. Just let alone what the Raiders did. That goofy shit that they did in the last few seconds of that game was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
I mean, explain it for the people.
I can't, because I'm sitting there thinking about it. I'm like, he's really about to throw a Russell Wilson. And lo and behold, he gets out, scrambles, throws it right to the guy, misses him in the hands. That was the first one.
Yeah.
Missed him right in the hands. So I'm like, all right, I really can't give it to Derek, but at the same time, there was a lot of traffic. Not only did bro miss it, bounced off a defender's helmet and goes straight in the air. They collect it. I'm thinking it's a wrap. They're going to go down there, kick a fumble. My man Lamar Jackson gets in the pocket, steps up. I thought he was down. I saw that other angle. That ball was out. And the Raiders just capitalized. They ran their one play, kicked that field goal, and they went back to the casino and the strip clubs and everywhere else, bro. But I just don't understand what the hell the Ravens were doing. They had it the whole entire game. It felt like the defense low-key just let up.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the fourth quarter, I felt like they just started to let up.
They could have, 100%.
Bro, ever since I saw Hard Knocks with the Raiders on, they were Gruden, and the whole team was clowning Derek Carr, baby oil, to look better on the TV show. I'm just like, bro, Derek Carr, you're not for me, dog. Not for me. You might, I mean,
He was doing what now?
Wait, what? Yeah.
Bro, you see that?
What are you talking about? No, I didn't. I don't watch the Hard Knocks, bro.
Bro, there was when the Raiders were on there.
Yeah.
Funny, they were tossing the ball, and it was a tight end, and they were like, "Yo, are you wearing baby oil?" I was like, "Nah, I'm not wearing baby oil." It was a hot day, bro. How do you put baby oil to look clean as fuck on Hard Knocks on TV? And when they were at practice, like, bro, did you put baby oil on? They're like, "Nah, man, I didn't put." He was getting so upset because people were coming after him, and I'm like, "Yo, you definitely put baby oil on."
Derek Carr did it?
Eyeliner.
Yes.
Yeah. Big time eyeliner.
You can probably look at
like
it and see
Blue
that.
Mountain State, bro. Nah, I'm just trying to look good out here. You sure you didn't?
Bro, when Gruden's your head coach, bro, it is Blue Mountain State.
It's a fucking free-for-all, bro. He'll let you do whatever.
Dude.
As long as you run Spider 2 wide banana, you straight. You golden with this.
You good, bro. You good.
You know what I'm saying? But hey.
So, ever since then, I just haven't been locked in on the Raiders. And, they made some good plays at the end. But it's a real shame. The Ravens should have won that at the end of the day.
Definitely.
But at the end of the day, only things that matter is stats, and not who shoulda, woulda. It's all about stats. So, Raiders are 1-0. The Ravens are.
That's what it is. Yeah.
I mean, look.
It is what it is.
It's going to be, I know it's only week 1, and I guess, it's tough right now to start talking about playoffs. But, I think when you look at how competitive the AFC as a whole is, right? And just look at all the teams that are going to be in the playoff hunt.
Sure.
When you look at a team like the Ravens losing, teams like the Patriots losing, those are teams that are probably all going to be competing for wild cards with each other, with the likes of other teams like the Browns who just lost, right? The Dolphins who just won. This stuff has this is a year where I know you can't win the Super Bowl and make the playoffs week 1. But I really do think this is going to be a year where you can potentially lose it in the first couple weeks, dude.
Most definitely.
Most years, you're kind of never really out of it until you're mathematically eliminated.
Right.
I think this year, the first couple weeks can come back to haunt a lot of teams.
And you know why that's like that? Because this is going to be the first full year that it's not going to be in a COVID-type world. Because the stadiums are packed. The energy is back.
Yeah.
Everyone's supposed to be back, regardless of whatever's going on, except if you have COVID. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the only thing that's different from last year to this year. We're actually in there. So I'm really interested to see how the next 2 weeks go. Because I've always heard that the first 3 weeks in the NFL are really going to show you who is who amongst man from boys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this, for the aspect of you're playing pretty much just to be number 1 in your conference. You know what I'm saying?
like you're playing to be in front of your conference just so you can gauge, just so you can see where you can land potentially, like we were just saying. But if you don't have that momentum right there to start it off, it's gonna be dead for the remainder of the year. Because now this is a 17-week schedule.
Yep.
You know, it's not 16 anymore. So that's an extra game that you're gonna have to be out there and really have to dig down deep and see if you got that dog in you. You know?
I mean,
Shit.
seriously.
I'm just talking some real shit, all I know, but I'm just being real with it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, how nice would it have been for the Patriots after the Bills went down to be, you know, just at least get that one divisional game over the Bills and the Dolphins to start week 1.
You see what I'm saying right now?
Just so massive.
Now just imagine the rest of the 31 teams. You know,
right?
It's crazy. But hey, we can't win the Super Bowl at the beginning, though. You know?
No, we can't.
There's two things I gotta say. One, maybe this might be the last thing I talk about the Patriots today. Patriots, what have we done historically in the first week of the season when we win a Super Bowl?
Lose.
Yeah, lose.
We lose. That's
Lose the first game of the season. So you know what? We still got hope, buddy.
So we're on the right track.
We got hope.
We still got hope.
So
all right, Mac Jones.
Saying there's a chance.
You saying there's a chance.
So you saying
all right, that's the last thing I'm gonna say about this until next week. If we lose next week, come speak to me. All right, come speak to me.
Yeah, they're gonna drive all the way through those boroughs to come find you.
I
got you.
Pick up people to come get you.
Appreciate it. I got you. Get that piece of.
I love that.
Two,
I love that energy. I love that attitude.
Two, my man Justin was right. We had this conversation a while ago. We were on here choosing who would lead this conference. Rams, Super Bowl contenders.
Them boys are fire.
1. 2,
Them boys are
Matt
fire.
Stafford, my man Matty. That's the real Matty Ice. Forget Matt Ryan. That's the real Matty Ice there.
Oh, yeah.
That man is a threat with threats and defense. Boom. All I'm saying is Justin was right. Rams number 1 in that conference. They are a huge Super Bowl contender, and anyone thinks otherwise, you're out of your fucking mind.
Yeah, you did call that shit. We were looking at you crazy.
Bro,
we were looking at you crazy. I
like Seahawks,
yeah.
Cardinals. Yeah, dude, those guys are gonna be so sick. I mean, Kyler Murray did look good.
But so honestly though, that I think that's the point though. Like we gotta focus on it. All 4 of those teams, like granted, I mean, 49ers kind of almost bombed it against the
man.
That's
how?
What a gross game that was. I mean, for
didn't
the love
even
of God.
watch it. I'm just getting the updates. I'm seeing score after score. Then they're just coming back. I was like, "What the hell is happening?" Did you see any of it? Did you see any of it?
I had.
Dude, I didn't get to watch it.
I didn't get to watch it.
All I did was got the note that Mostert broke his knee. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
Bro,
He's out for the season.
Yeah, that chip cartilage.
You ever have you ever make a sports bet and you're down so bad, astronomically bad, right? And you start like, it's so funny because anytime anybody's like ever losing the bet, right? No matter like your team will go down, whatever. And as a bettor, you sit there and you start saying to yourself like, all right, look, all that needs to happen is this, and that. Like if this just happens, if that just happens, and that shit never happens, right?
No.
And so now I'm sitting there with a couple people, and one of the other dudes also has the Lions. We got them +9. Lions +9. Okay. We switched to a different game when they were down like 20 something points with like 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. We said, all right, this is over. Next thing we knew, we saw a highlight. Those boys scored, 2-point conversion, kicked it outside kick, got the ball back, scored, 2-point conversion, kicked the ball again, recovered a fumble, got the ball back, almost won the damn game.
Wait, they did it twice, the onside kick?
No. After the first onside kick, when they kicked it back to the 49ers, the 49ers fumbled it.
Oh, they just straight up
fumbled it. And the Lions got the ball back. The 49ers did everything to give that game away to the Lions. But it was just so funny because we're sitting there and there's like 7 minutes left and they're down like 3+. But they were down like 20-something points. And we're sitting there and I'm just going, look, maybe they'll get a touchdown here and then maybe they'll recover an offsides kick and then maybe they'll get this and they'll get that. And I'm just trying to talk myself into being positive. And then that shit starts happening on the TV. And what? You want an adrenaline rush?
Speaking into existence, my brother.
Oh,
that's what it is. That's all you did.
Goodness. Oh,
That's
my
crazy.
goodness, bro. It was
Oh man, I would have been sick too with the 7 minute
craziest,
mark.
crazy. It was honestly one of the craziest covers I've ever had in any sports. But it was crazy because especially too because then they scored and they were down 10 points, and I had them plus 9, and they weren't kicking a field goal. So they were going for the 2. So I needed the 2-point conversion.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
And then the 2-point conversion play broke down. Like it looked like one of those plays that was just dead and left for gone. And I was like, fuck. And Jared Goff just like threw it up for grabs on the side of the end zone. And I think it was Quintez Cephas. He like dragged his feet and like reached out and snagged it. And I was like, oh, dude, I lost it.
I'm gonna have to go back and see the
Lost
highlights.
it. It was crazy. Anyway, long-winded way of saying all 4 of those teams are really fucking good. Cardinals look good. Seahawks look good. Rams look good. 49ers, I still think they're the worst in that division, but who the hell knows what could happen with them? They're still
still the worst.
I think they are. They still want to know.
I have a quick question for y'all.
Yeah.
Since we're still on this division, you know how Russell comes up every single year.
Yeah.
You know, just looking.
Sierra's bad as hell.
She is though. Just looking phenomenal. You know, throwing touchdowns, rushing, just getting ungodly stats. Do you guys believe that this is the year that he could actually get the MVP?
I'm gonna say okay. I'm gonna say no. Here's the reason I'm gonna say no.
There we go. That's exactly what I was gonna follow up with.
I think that as good as his offense is this year with the healthy Chris Carson, they added a stud tight end in Gerald Everett. You know, we know how good Russell Wilson is with his tight ends. Mm-hmm. He's got Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf, arguably the best receiver combo in the league.
To my fantasy team,
but
arguably.
But here's the issue though. I think in order for him to win the MVP of the league, think of the people he's gonna have to beat out, right? Mm-hmm. He's gonna have to beat out dudes like Tom Brady and Matt Stafford and Kyler Murray. He's gonna have to beat out dudes like Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. At the end of the day, is his team going to be able to perform to the point where they finish as a top like 2-3 team in the league? Because I think that's what it's going to be, right? Like, how can you name Russell Wilson the MVP if they like are on the verge of a wild card? And
right.
like, you know what I mean? Like that team has to like definitively win the NFC West, like be a top like 2 seed in the NFC. Then I think he gets his respect.
Has a case for it. Yeah.
But and so that's how I look at it.
I want to hit Gord. What you got, bro?
See, I always feel a little iffy about this because what we see time and time again, right? Russell Wilson is always consistently in the MVP conversation. Consistently.
Always.
And then what happens? Halfway through the season, something happens. Mm-hmm. Someone gets injured. Someone's just not having the same chemistry as they had earlier. And it just doesn't come together at the end. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I think that's the reasons why they're always fighting for the wild card game. You know what I'm saying? Like they start out so hot, but then when the season comes in, they temper off. Like, you know what I'm saying? They get hot at the wrong time. If that means
early. No, they get hot way too early. Yeah, I got you.
They get hot way too early. And then when it comes to the end of the season, they're kind of burnt out a little bit. And now we have an extra game. Having to play another game? I don't know. I don't think he's going to be the MVP, but anything's possible. Buddy could have had the most unreal offseason. I mean, Sierra went to the Met Gala wearing his jersey as a dress.
Hey, so with the ring on,
Super Bowl ring,
with the Super Bowl ring on
too.
That could be a sign for positive things moving forward. But when it comes to straight football talk, I don't know if the Seattle Seahawks have the longevity to be able to, pull it off. But who am I? Just Don Gordon, baby.
And I concur what you just said. Because it is every single year, especially at the beginning, the first half.
Every year, without exception.
Yeah. And that's another reason for like the past 5-6 years I've always picked him up as my fantasy quarterback. I don't know what the hell happens halfway through. but everyone just falls off from the offense, defense, special teams, and it looks like even the coaching like lacks like interest at times. Where now they really have to ramp it up. So I'm thinking this is his year for it because of these implications, because of these new teams getting revamped.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he has these weapons around him now. Where he doesn't have to always just scramble. He can just sit back in the pocket and legit throw it up. Tyler Lockett will find it. DK Metcalf will outmuscle somebody for it. Joe Everett will be right there with his 10-yard outs, maybe 10 to 15 yards out to make him spread out as a real wide receiver. But I really think that this could be the year. If not, then that's it. Not saying he's not going to be a great player anymore, but I just believe like him being in the MVP conversation will be over because these new quarterbacks are the real deal.
I agree, man. I agree in the sense that if he's going to have a year, it's going to be this one.
This one, yeah.
But I think that it's just going to be very difficult.
In this,
just given, not that he can't do it. It's just that just how like the competition in the league this year is crazy. Crazy.
We had 3 wide receivers that were all rookies catch a touchdown. So that if that's any indication of what this year is going to be, there it is right there.
It's going to be, yep.
Yeah.
Gonna be nuts. One more quick thing before we wrap up. Josh Gordon looks like he was recommended for reinstatement to the NFL.
Yes. Yeah, that came out. I do like it, but I feel like we need to make sure we're highlighting that it said that he was recommended for reinstatement. What is it called? The NFLPL. What is it called?
NFLPA.
Yep.
The NFLPA.
Players Association.
It came out and said that they recommend that he be reinstated. And even, at the end of the day, they can recommend him to be this, that, and the other thing, but who knows if he'll actually reinstate. It's possible. You know what I'm saying? There's a likelihood of being in it, but at the end of the day, we can find.
I honestly feel bad for him because I feel like he's in like a system right now of like football punishment where it's like because he was someone who had transgressions in the past, he is now targeted for like these random tests and all this shit where so all of these like most of these other players are not, right? There's players who've probably been in the league for years and have never had to like been subject to a random test or like they're not targeted because they don't have any prior incidents, right? So it's like I feel like every time he tries to come back, it's not that he's a problem on the field or he can't play. It's just that they reinstate him and then they put a target on his back and put him under a microscope and they just wait for him to slip up. So it's like I actually really feel bad for the guy. I do. Because I feel like he's probably at the point right now where he's not doing anything. Like if he's just smoking a little bit of weed, like he's not doing anything that a lot of the other players probably aren't doing. But he's not getting they're not getting tested for it, right?
Not at all.
They're not getting tested. So
I can hit 2 parts of that. One, in majority of the states, weed is legal. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of teams, weed is legal at this point. You know what I'm saying? And so to constantly be trying to bring him down because of weed. You know what I'm saying? It's not cocaine. It's not heroin. It's not, you know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Right? People with cancer are being prescribed that to feel better.
My point.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And this guy definitely has some issues of his own that clearly, some people that aren't in his corner aren't noticing or helping him out with. So, if a little weed keep them balling out and making those guys money, just let them play, man. Just let them play.
100%. Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no. Go ahead. See your thing.
No, I was just gonna say I hope that at some point down the road, because there's gonna get to be a point where inevitably the league doesn't test for marijuana anymore, kind of like the NBA, like especially with the way things going, like you said with legality. I wonder if he's gonna be able to go back and retroactively sue the NFL for lost wages and say, "Yo,
y'all wasted my goddamn talent."
It's like what the hell?
Plant.
And now it's legal. Where was this when I was caught? I got cost millions of dollars.
You feel me? It's a whole Reggie Bush situation over again.
Right.
I'm just trying to get this bread to feed my family.
Oh, he's definitely.
Like I got this bread to feed my family.
Yeah.
Y'all, and I got this Heisman just because I was fucking good.
Right.
Y'all stripping me of that and y'all not giving me a bet. I'm gonna see you.
Yeah. Don't just wait. Just wait.
Yeah, I'm gonna see you right in court.
Exactly. I'll get the last laugh one day. I think he'll get the last laugh one day.
Hey, speaking of
I hope
college,
he'll get that.
look. Speaking of college football, Big Ten's back. Michigan's 2-0. Ohio State fucking lost. Let's get it.
Ohio State is a wash.
Ohio State fuck out.
One more point. One more point before I
finish up.
explain how Ohio State's a wash and overrated, and I already knew that, especially after almost losing to Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? But on the other side of the whole smoking weed statement, what happened to Honey Badger at LSU?
He
got kicked for drugs, right?
Yeah.
That was it.
He failed a drug test.
He got kicked off. What happened? He was drafted. And what they tell him is like, you're going to get drug tested literally every week. And if you break it, we are going to cut you and tear up your thing. And what happened? Within that one season, we heard nothing about him getting kicked off. We heard nothing about him getting his leadership taken. He became a captain. He's been one of the main players. What was it? What was it? Arizona he got drafted to? What team he drafted?
Tyrann Mathieu.
He was Arizona, right? He was a leader there.
Yeah, in Arizona, yeah.
And then he became, and now he's on Kansas
City. Yeah.
Absolutely balling out. So, you know what I'm saying? We have other people that have been able to do it, you know what I'm saying, when they're being told, like, hey, you got to keep it easy. But clearly there's something else deeper is going on that I don't think anyone from an NFL standpoint, from a management standpoint, really cares enough. You know what I'm saying? For them to figure that problem out, help him so that he can be a better athlete. So.
For sure. I think addiction's always got some sort of like, mental and personal aspect to it. Sure. I will also say too though that look, like Josh Gordon was playing up in New England, Boston, and then he went out to Seattle where you can literally walk into convenience stores and buy weed. Like that dude's like versus like the Honey Badger down in Arizona where you can still get like locked up for like years for like a dime bag. Like Josh Gordon's walking down the street and he's just seeing signs like weed, buy here. He's like, it's been a long day of practice, whatever. No, it's crazy, but hey, I wish the best for him because he was always a phenomenal athlete and I think he got robbed of a good long career. So anything else before we wrap up?
I'm Gucci. I got Michigan 2-0. I'm straight.
He's loving it.
I'm loving
Ohio
life
State
right now.
Ohio State overrated right now. They've shown their true colors. I think it's overrated too. But they've always been overrated. We can go a whole other segment about college football.
Oh, we're gonna say that one for next time.
We can say that for next time, boy. You can say that the next.
We got some good games coming up on Saturday. I'm ready for them.
Sounds good.
Let's do it, man.
All right, hey, we appreciate you boys. Don Gordon, SK, coming at you live from the trenches. We'll catch you guys next week. As always, YouTube, subscribe, check out our videos, social media, Instagram. Check us out at Hedge Better. Check us out at the trenches _HB. Like, subscribe, comment, follow, tell your friends, all that stuff. We'll catch you guys next week. Appreciate you guys.
Peace.
Easy.